Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at the E5 HAYABUSA from the very popular Shinkansen toy line. I picked this figure up over on Amazon. It was like super on sale, but it took 2 or 3 months to get to me. Now, the figure itself comes in train mode. And yes, this will fit on train tracks, but I don't remember which model train tracks this will fit on. This is modeled after the E5 Hayabusa bullet train. It works really well as a train. The only complaint I have about it is the wheel spacing is a little bit weird on the front and the back, so it looks like it's going to fall backwards, but otherwise, it's really pretty good. The robot itself is made out of the front and the back of the trains. The middle train contains, well, it contains all the goodies. And by goodies, I mean you just literally grab it, split it open, and the figure's weapons and, well, part of its head are stored inside. So we've got the crest for robot mode, and then we've got 2 swords and a really, really, really big sword. Like that. Yay, swords! And these are more guns than swords than anything else, but they work. We'll start with the rear transformation. Come to the very front of the train mode and grab it and split it apart at the front. And then that front of the train mode will fold down. And then well, this whole section will become the legs. And you can split the train in half, come onto the inside and flip the feet down. Meanwhile, push up the shin. We'll do that on the other side, and that'll actually pull the foot out. Like that, and then flip the shin down, and I did mistransform it a little bit. I forgot to flip up these panels. And then stand the figure up, so to speak, like that. And for the top half of the train mode, come to the back of the front of the train, pull it back and out. And when you do that, I just did the reveal for us, so we'll do that again. So pull those back and out, and then come to the little section back here, push the button, and push the button. Oh, pooper scoopers. Supposed to be able to push the button and then have the head pop up like that, and bring the sides forward, and they will snap into place, and then fold the arms down and out, and flip out the fists. So down, out, hold that in, flip out the fists, attach the crest to the top of the head, like that, and then give him some pants. To attach the pants, come to the bottom of the figure, flip the rear wheels out, and flip this entire section down at the front of the train mode, and then plug in his legs. And they will snap together. And that's it. One thing that you need to be aware of is if you don't take the feet and snap them into place with the heels, the figure becomes real floppy. In robot mode, the figure's coloring continues with the nice flaky green, we'll say. Gold toes, white, and charcoal. It works pretty darn well. And then at the top, you've got that nice line of pink and a really cool head. Overall, the figure looks really good. Size-wise, well, here's Earthrise Prime, so it's a little bit bigger than what would be a Voyager, or even a Leader class figure. It's a very cool little toy for kids. I like it a lot. And the show's pretty nifty. I caught an entire run of 50 episodes a year or two ago, and it's a good show. Definitely aimed at kids. Stabby, stabby, shooty, shooties. I think that's the official name, stabby, stabby, shooty, shooties. Yeah, it's definitely a train that transforms into a robot. It's possible to pose the sword a couple of different ways. You could do this, which looks absolutely silly, or you can take the side pegs and peg them into the sides of the sword. Actually, we'll turn it around and have it go like this. And you can do that so it gets a giant big old sword, but the sword itself is really quite heavy for the figure. In fact, the figure itself is really quite heavy for the figure. I do have a trouble with the heels in that the heels just aren't just aren't long enough. They could be like a couple millimeters more and hold the figure a lot better. Posability for this guy is really limited. Your head doesn't move up and down or doesn't do anything except head bangs. You've got ratchets in the shoulders, swivel for in and out, and then a hinge for in and out, a swivel just underneath that, and a hinge for the elbow, and that's about it. The legs do have articulation, but they're not great. It's got knee articulation, and it's got some foot articulation back and forth and then side to side, but not a whole ton. So you're really only going to get one static pose with this thing. Overall, E5 Hayabusa is fine. It's absolutely fine. I don't really have any major complaints. It is not the most fun figure in the world, but it does the job, and it's going to see multiple iterations over the course of the toy line. This general mold is used for all of the train figures in the line, and I mean all of them, except for a handful. There's one that, spoilers, I think his dad ends up driving, or the main character's father ends up driving, which is a big old yellow thing, which I have and will review. But otherwise, all the other kids that drive trains have exactly the same transformation, including Shinji Ikari and Hatsune Miku. They have been guest stars in the show. No, I am not making that up. Cross-brand synergy activate. So yeah, that happened. Oh, and he could totally poof. Totally. It's a kid show. What can I say? It is definitely a kid show, but it's actually a pretty good kid show that's pretty nifty. I like it. It's got kind of a Gao Gai Gar feeling to it, but with trains. So folks, should you pick this up for yourself? If you want to. If you're into the train robot transforming things, that would definitely be worth picking. It would be worth picking up. But otherwise, maybe not. Maybe go spend the money on the more expensive train bots that are appearing on third party and via Takara. So there is that. So folks, let me know what you think of E5 Hayabusa down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I have been Baltmatrix, and I'll catch you all next time.